life. If you're like me and you're struggling, you just feel like you're getting just beat up, man, just getting worked over. Take a minute and pause. And maybe you don't need that, look for that next win. Maybe you already have that win. All right, hey you guys, it is Sergeant Q and it is Mental Health Monday. And so I am standing in my unfinished bathroom here that should have been finished while I was away for the last 30 days on the Healing Through Service tour with supplies and stuff like that. It just didn't get done, and so it's a little unfortunate. So that's a drag. Also, a bunch of my book tour was canceled because of COVID, and so they didn't want to do events, and so those things got canceled. And then I had our main meeting in North Carolina was canceled also because of COVID. And so the hits just kept on a-coming. And then I found out my mom got diagnosed with cancer. And so we went to Vegas and spent some time with her, helping her get set up. You know, we all flew in, my sisters, we all came together and helped my mom go through that first week of cancer treatment. And my sister and brother-in-law, man, Corey and Brandon, they really stepped up. They're really doing the lion's share of all the work there that it takes to help my mom. And so I really appreciate that. It's a tremendous amount of work that they're doing. But man, the hits just kept on coming, and my mental health was straining, like really bad, really bad. I was having anxiety again. I felt depressed all the time. Like I couldn't get a win. I just needed a win, you know, and I just couldn't get one no matter how hard I tried. The nightmares kicked back up. I was having nightmares again. I wasn't sleeping well. I was on edge. Like all that stuff came back. And so I kept doing my daily routine, doing my daily devotional, which was a help, doing the things that I needed, reaching out to friends when I was struggling, saying, hey man, I'm struggling, telling my wife like, hey, it's not a good day for me. I'm really struggling. And today I was just praying during my devotional time, and I was asking God, like, I just need a win. Like, I just need something, anything to kind of offset all this bad stuff that was happening. I just need a win. And when I was driving into work today, I had a really awesome podcast that was supposed to happen. Like, really cool to get on this podcast. It was going to be amazing. One of my heroes has this podcast, and I was going to get to be on it. But halfway into driving to the office, I got a message saying that he had to reschedule. Something came up and he had to reschedule. And I was just, man, I just wanted to quit and just be like, God, I'm just done. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is so much work. Why am I torturing myself? And I just started reflecting kind of on my life and where I'm at right now. And I found that silver lining, man. It was that my wife and I are debt free. We've worked really, really hard at this. So even though these book tours aren't panning out the way they're supposed to, we haven't signed the contract yet with Cone Health. Our house is taking longer than we thought. We're still living in a trailer. We still have to take showers outside. Praise God that I don't have to worry about finances right now. Praise God that we don't have this huge debt burden hanging over us like the majority of Americans do. And we were part of that. We were part of that American dream that just caused us to be in serious debt. And thankfully, years ago, a good friend of ours invited us to go through the Dave Ramsey class to get rid of our debt. And we did that. And so thank you, Casey Majorca. Thank you so much for doing that, because we've eliminated all of our debt. And so even though the bathroom's unfinished, we have no debt. Even though the book launch didn't take off like we thought it was going to with the signings and stuff, I'm not depending on that to make a paycheck. That's literally just to help people understand trauma and heal from it. Just because a bunch of our missions got canceled because of travel, we're still able to go out there and we're still able to connect with people and help people. Just because Cone Health hasn't signed the contract yet doesn't mean they're not going to sign it. And we're not dependent on that to feed our family and to survive, because we have no debt. And so our overhead is really, really small. And so any extra money we have, we can use it to promote the ministry and to go in new directions and to pay to have videos produced. So now I don't have to teach in person. I can teach virtually. So spending the money, because we don't have debt right now, we were able to take that, our income, and pay a company to put us on all these podcasts. So it's 24 podcasts in 12 months. And all of that is to be able to reach different people in different demographics, so they can utilize this curriculum that we've created, this award-winning curriculum that has helped veterans overcome trauma. Now we can make that available to everybody and anybody, and in the comfort of their own home. And so praise God that we're debt-free, so we can afford to spend our salaries that we make from our janitorial company. We can spend that on promotion of this curriculum and the development of the videos and the money it takes to create the website and the platform to be able to teach people and all the equipment that it takes to do that. So that's my silver lining, man. That's my win, is that we were super disciplined and we've paid off all of our debt, and we don't have that burden, because I couldn't even imagine how difficult this would be if we had that huge debt burden hanging over us. Man, I am so thankful. I will shower outside for the next few weeks or months or whatever it takes, man, because I don't have debt. And Dave Ramsey says you got to live like no one else so you can live like no one else. And so a lot of people wouldn't sacrifice the way that we do. A lot of people say, well, why don't you just go rent an apartment for 6 months? Because we're this close. We don't want to spend the money on that. We'd rather spend the money on helping other people get a hold of this curriculum. So that's where I'm at. That's my win. And it was there the whole time. I just didn't realize it. So my win was being debt-free. And now I have the freedom to be able to help other people without worrying about having to take care of my own family, because we don't have a huge overhead. So think about that in your life. If you're like me and you're struggling, you just feel like you're getting just beat up, man, just getting worked over, take a minute and pause. And maybe you don't need that, look for that next win. Maybe you already have that win in your life. Look at your family, look at your friends, look at your health, look at your job. Look at all those things that you had prayed for and asked God for, and He gave you already. Like, those are your wins. Don't be like the man who looks in the mirror and when he turns away, he forgets his own face. Don't forget the blessings that God has already given you. Those are your wins, man. So, all right, that's what I got for you guys on Mental Health Monday. Look for those wins that you already have, that are already in the W bracket. All right, Sergeant Q, and I'm out.
My mind is in a different place. I haven't been awake for years. I know I tried